So my name's Reem. I studied Geography BA with honours at Northumbria University and I'm 20 years old. And I was born and brought up in Saudi Arabia, but I'm living in Newcastle now. I'm enjoying my first year. It's a different experience from school, so it's definitely like, it's a new experience and it's a nicer experience from school basically. It's just more chilled out, I guess. So my family, when we moved from Saudi Arabia, we live in Newcastle. I think I came here about 10 years ago now, so I've been living here quite a long time now, for me anyway. Even though I've lived here for so long, my identity is still back there for me, because that's where I spent my entire childhood. So I still do consider myself an international student, even if it's not entirely the same as someone who's just came. I'm glad I chose something that I enjoy, because I feel like when I'm doing it, it's not like a task, like I'm not forcing myself to do it. And I think the course here is actually really a lot better than I expected. So I specifically chose human geography because I love the idea of sociology with people and places. So why certain people are how they are, from where they come from, and all the politics of, not actual politics, but the politics of people and their ideologies and where they live and come from. So I enjoy all those aspects, so that's why I chose human geography. My course actually, sadly, it's mostly just one type of people. I'm probably the only international and different person in the entire course, but I have interacted with people in my course. It's just there's not as many international people as I thought there would be. The good things about uni is that in some aspects you do have a lot of support, especially in this country. Like, I know other countries where if you go to uni, it's you for yourself. You have to do your best to try and get to the top, and if you can't get to the top, that's you out kind of thing. Whereas here it's a little bit more like they will give you loans, they will like help you out in some aspects. But I think the bad thing for me is that it's just not as diverse as you think it will be. Everything you're doing, it's very much based on people from a certain type of culture, so Caucasian and can drink and stuff like that. So even say, for example, when we go on field trips for geography, like, we'll do the field trip and straight after we're all stuck in a pub somewhere, and I can't leave because it's like I have to wait for the coach to come and take me back home, stuff like that. And we're in the middle of nowhere, so it's like they'll do those things, everyone will be a little bit drunk around you, they're trying to tell you it tastes good and try it, and you're just sitting there and you're like, no. And then even certain topics, I feel like because my classmates might not be as like, well, they might not know the experiences as much as I do, so for them, like, even when we have like topics on racism and like cultural appropriation and stuff, they don't really understand it. They'll just be like, well, so what, it's just a thing, and they won't really get your perspective of it. And I just feel like the uni might not do as much in sense of trying to broaden people's horizons, broaden their minds, because like, yeah, you do teach them a certain syllabus or whatever, a module, but in that module you're not really covering the important things, you're just covering like the basics and that's it. There is the negative side, but yeah, there definitely is positives, because I know people in my class who are actually very open-minded and really like nice and great to talk to, even if I don't go out with them for all of their like socials and whatever, like they're understanding in that sense. So I feel like within these years I just want to be more open to different mindsets as well as my own, because I know I'm very opinionated sometimes, so it's just like trying to, okay, you have your side, but also you need to understand people who might not believe the same things as you, who might not be on the same level as you, and stuff like that. So